In a small-town school, hidden behind tall brick walls, discipline was not just a word, it was a way of life. The teachers believed that strict order was the foundation of learning. Among them was Mr. Harrison, a tall, gray-haired man who carried himself with quiet authority. His presence alone was enough to silence a noisy classroom. But what made him feared and respected was the cane he kept in the corner of his desk. The students called it the Whisperer. They said that one sharp strike from it could quiet even the boldest troublemaker. To them, caning punishment for students was not just a rule, it was a reality. One chilly Monday morning, the bell rang, and the class of 30 students settled in. At least most of them did. In the back sat Andrew, a boy known for his restless energy. He had a quick smile, but his inability to sit still often earned him warnings. That morning, Andrew was whispering jokes to his friend Tom while Mr. Harrison was explaining a complex math problem on the board. Andrew, Mr. Harrison's voice cut across the room like a blade. The class went silent. Andrew froze. His heart skipped a beat. He had been warned before, and he knew what would happen next. Come here. Slowly, Andrew stood, every step toward the front of the classroom heavy with dread. He could feel the eyes of his classmates on his back. The cane rested on the desk, polished from years of use. Mr. Harrison looked at him, not with anger, but with disappointment. You were told to pay attention. Do you understand why this matters? Yes, sir, Andrew whispered. The teacher lifted the cane. Hold out your hand. Andrew obeyed. The first strike stung sharply. He clenched his teeth, refusing to cry out. Another strike followed, and another. Each one carried not only pain, but also a silent message. Pay attention, follow the rules, respect the lesson. When it was over, Andrew returned to his seat, his hand throbbing. The classroom remained silent, every student now completely focused. The lesson continued without interruption. But that night, Andrew thought about what happened. He wasn't just embarrassed, he was confused. Did the caning really help him learn, or did it only make him fearful? The next day, Andrew tried harder. He sat straighter, took notes, and kept quiet. Weeks passed, and his grades began to improve. The sting of the cane faded, but the memory stayed with him like a shadow. His friend Tom, however, whispered one day, "Do you think it's right, Andrew, to hit students?" Andrew hesitated. Part of him believed it worked. After all, he was more disciplined now. But another part wondered if there could be a better way. I don't know, he finally said. Maybe it makes us behave, but it doesn't make us happy. The debate spread among the students. Some argued that caning punishment for students built respect and discipline. Others felt it created fear and resentment. Even the teachers whispered about it in the staff room. Years later, Andrew looked back on his school days with mixed feelings. The cane had shaped him, teaching him to respect rules and authority. But he also remembered the anxiety it caused, the way his hand burned as he tried to hold a pen. As an adult, when Andrew became a teacher himself, he faced a choice. Would he continue the tradition of caning, or would he seek new ways to discipline? He decided to change. Instead of striking students, he listened to them, guided them, and showed them why discipline mattered. One afternoon, a young boy in his class disrupted the lesson, just as Andrew once had. The memory flashed before him. The cane, the sting, the shame. But instead of reaching for a stick, Andrew asked the boy to stay after class. "Why can't you sit still?" he asked gently. The boy looked at the floor. "I just don't understand the lesson. So I joke around." That moment changed everything. Andrew realized that behind every misbehavior, there was a reason, a struggle, a fear, or a cry for help. He smiled and said, "Let's work on it together." The boy nodded, surprised. Slowly, discipline began to grow not from fear, but from trust. Andrew never forgot the lessons of the cane. But he also understood that true discipline came not just from punishment, but from patience, guidance, and respect. The story of caning punishment for students was, for him, not just about pain, but about finding a better way. And in that small classroom, with laughter, hard work, and kindness, he built something stronger than fear. He built respect.